Gather around, curious minds, for I am about to unravel a tale of creativity, betrayal, and Hollywood intrigue. The year was 2000, and the silver screen was about to witness the birth of a comedic masterpiece known as Scary Movie. But little did the world know that behind the laughter and hilarity lay a web of deception and controversy that would forever haunt the minds of the brilliant Wayans family. Yes, my dear readers, the Wayans genius was cunningly stolen, and today, I shall reveal the shocking truth of why Scary Movie was snatched from their grasp. Prepare to be enthralled as we delve into the heart of the story, where comedy collided with corporate greed, and the battle for creative ownership turned into a cinematic rollercoaster ride like no other. Their journey began in 1988 with Keenen Ivory Wayans' directorial debut, I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. This was just the beginning, as they went on to create the Emmy-winning sketch comedy show, In Living Color. Nothing was off-limits for this talented cast, which included the likes of Jim Carrey, Tommy Davidson, and Jamie Foxx. They fearlessly parodied pop culture, political figures, and significant moments, leaving audiences in stitches. The Wayans continued their parody streak in 1996 with Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. This film cleverly spoofed popular hood films of the time, such as Juice, South Central, Poetic Justice, Friday, Boys in the Hood, and Menace to Society. During this period, Sean and Marlon Wayans embarked on their own project, another parody. This time, they set their sights on the horror genre, with Keenen considering it a personal redemption following the cancellation of In Living Color. The combination of a talented ensemble cast and the Wayans brothers' comedic genius promised a movie that would leave audiences eagerly anticipating its sequel. However, where the Wayans brothers began with Scary Movie was far from where they would end. The most frightening part for them would be their unexpected exit from the franchise after just 2 films. Contrary to popular belief, the Wayans did not voluntarily leave or sell the franchise. They assert that it was forcefully taken away from them by Bob and Harvey Weinstein. According to Marlon, the studio essentially stole their idea and left them owed a significant amount of money. The brothers are still bitter about the whole ordeal, and Marlon claims that he could write a book about it. The Wayans' unfortunate experience sheds light on why they were fired from Scary Movie. Before Scary Movie, the brothers had already made their mark with 2 other hilarious spoofs. Keenen's directorial debut in 1988, I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, parodied the black exploitation genre and set the stage for their future endeavors. 8 years later, Sean and Marlon joined forces with Keenen once again to create the hit spoof, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. This film cleverly blended comedy with elements from various 90s coming-of-age movies and garnered significant success at the box office. It was during this time that the brothers found inspiration for their next venture. The release of the horror film Scream by Dimension, a label under Miramax Films owned by the Weinsteins, sparked an idea. Fed up with the repetitive nature of slasher movies, Marlon and Sean decided to create a parody that would poke fun at the genre. However, they soon realized that crafting a seemingly silly slapstick film like Scary Movie was no easy task. Countless drafts were written, and the process proved to be a challenging endeavor. It all began with the inception of a screenplay that underwent countless transformations before reaching its final form. The Wayans brothers, driven by their creative instincts, initially wrote the script with a black male lead. However, it was their brother, Keenen, who wisely pointed out that this approach wasn't true to the genre they aimed to parody. And so, a pivotal decision was made. The heroine would be a ditzy white girl, injecting a fresh perspective into the narrative. Marlon, known for his writing prowess, crafted the first screenplay under the title Last Summer I Screamed Because Friday the 13th Fell on Halloween. But the creative process didn't end there. Numerous versions of the movie were developed, each with its own distinct flavor. Working alongside Keenen, the brothers delved into a black draft, a white draft, a high school draft, and even a college draft. After 10 iterations and multiple rejections from various film studios, a glimmer of hope emerged. The Weinstein Brothers, ironically drawn to the script because it parroted their own release Scream, expressed interest in bringing the project to life. Thus, the screenplay found a new home, now bearing the working title Scream If You Know What I Did Last Halloween. It wasn't until the arrival of Scary Movie 3 that the significance of I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream truly resonated with the Wayans brothers. On that fateful day, July 7, 2000, Scary Movie made its debut in theaters. The story, laced with strong adult themes, revolved around a group of high school students haunted by a mass killer after an accidental death. Marlon and his brother Sean graced the screen, joined by Regina Hall, who portrayed a friend to the group and Marlon's brother as well as Sean's girlfriend. The film, with a modest budget of $19 million, defied expectations, swiftly capturing the hearts of audiences. Within a mere 14 days, it had already crossed the $110 million mark. Its global box office earnings amounted to a staggering $278 million, $157 million of which came from the United States alone. In breaking records for a film by an African-American director, Scary Movie etched its place in history. The stars had aligned, the right movie. At the right time, crafted by the right minds. It was a moment of triumph, leaving the door open for more to come. Building on the triumph of its predecessor, Scary Movie 2 arrived in theaters the following year, amassing $141 million on a $45 million budget. Other studios were left in awe, wondering how such an unexpected success had unfolded. It was akin to winning the Super Bowl, an unbelievable feat yet, despite the commercial triumph, the sequel faced a wave of criticism from the critical circles. Marlon Wayans attributed the film's shortcomings to the studio's haste in capitalizing on the first movie's box office triumph. However, when Scary Movie 3 hit the big screen in 2003, fans swiftly discerned a shift in tone from its predecessors. Something was amiss, the Wayans brothers were no longer involved. A newspaper article from that year would shed light on the tale that unfolded. As eager audiences eagerly awaited the release of the third film, something seemed amiss in the previews, a noticeable absence of the comedic brilliance brought by the Wayans brothers. It was a disappointing revelation, for Sean and Marlon had breathed life into the funniest characters of the previous installments, setting the bar high for Scary Movie 3. Little did we know, behind the scenes, a series of unsettling events had transpired. Ian Mogul, a correspondent for Reading Eagle Voices, shed light on the truth that lay hidden. It was confirmed that the Wayans brothers were not walking away from the franchise they had created, instead, it had been taken from them. Marlon described it as the worst deal they had ever encountered. A ruthless act akin to the pillaging and plundering of villages. They didn't want to negotiate a deal, it was forcibly snatched away. The Weinsteins, in their business practices, had left a bitter taste. The creative duo, undeterred by the injustice, channeled their energies into a resolve to showcase their immense talents on their own terms. According to an article in The Independent, the pioneering work of the Wayans brothers in the Scary Movie franchise abruptly came to an end without any direct notice. Reports surfaced that the brothers sought greater financial compensation, a request the Weinsteins were unwilling to fulfill. This impasse led to the third, fourth, and fifth films being helmed by Dimension and executive producer Bob Weinstein, severing the creative ties with the Wayans brothers. Marlon denounced the subsequent movies as tired, alleging that Dimension had stolen the pitch for the third film and later approached the brothers to create the fifth installment. By that point, however, the Wayans had moved on, feeling that they had already contributed their creative energies to the franchise. As the Weinstein studio seemingly erased the Wayans brothers' influence from the future of Scary Movie, fate had other plans in store. The Weinstein Company, embroiled in Harvey Weinstein's scandalous downfall and subsequent bankruptcy, faced an uncertain future. Paramount stepped in to acquire the company, while Dimension retained the rights to the Scary Movie franchise. Despite this setback, the indomitable spirit of the Wayans brothers prevailed. Unyielding in their resilience, work ethic, and signature humor, the brothers ventured forth to write, direct, produce, and star in a myriad of hit movies, such as White Chicks, The Lady Killers, and A Haunted House. Their creative journey continued unabated, with recent collaborations emerging on the platform of Netflix. The horror of Hollywood may have attempted to cast its shadow, but the Wayans brothers emerged stronger, determined to create anew. In the ever-evolving landscape of the entertainment industry, where stories of triumph and tribulation intertwine, the Wayans brothers have proven their ability to adapt and persist. Their enduring humor and unwavering dedication continue to captivate audiences, reminding us that true creativity transcends any single franchise or setback. As they forge ahead, delighting us with their comedic genius, the Wayans brothers embody the spirit of resilience in the face of adversity, forever leaving an indelible mark on the world of comedy.
Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to the channel to watch the following videos. Goodbye and see you again.